There are moments when life asks a terrifying question. What happens when almost everything you depended on disappears? Your possessions, your plans, your freedom, the people you love? What remains when circumstances strip life down to its most basic form? Viktor Frankl confronted that question under conditions of extraordinary human suffering. He was a psychiatrist, a neurologist, a prisoner in Nazi concentration camps, and later, the author of one of the most influential psychological works of the 20th century, Man's Search for Meaning. Frankl did not claim that suffering is good. He asked something far more difficult. When suffering cannot be avoided, can a human being still find a reason to continue? Chapter 1. Before the camps. Before the Second World War transformed his life, Viktor Emil Frankl was developing his ideas as a psychiatrist in Vienna. He was deeply interested in a question that psychology could not answer with biology alone. What gives human beings a reason to live? Frankl believed that people are not driven only by pleasure or power. They also seek meaning, a reason, a responsibility, a person, a task, something that makes existence worth continuing. Then history forced him to confront his ideas under circumstances almost impossible to imagine. Chapter 2. The historical reality. Frankl and members of his family were deported during the Holocaust. His parents and his wife did not survive. Frankl himself endured multiple concentration camps. His book describes humiliation, starvation, fear, exhaustion, death, and the psychological struggle of prisoners attempting to survive. These events must not be transformed into a simplistic, motivational story. The Holocaust was systematic persecution and mass murder. Frankl's reflections emerged from that historical catastrophe. His purpose was not to claim that suffering automatically makes people stronger. Instead, he examined what psychological resources may remain when external freedom has been brutally restricted. Chapter 3. The Search for Meaning. Frankl observed something profound. People could endure enormous hardship when they believed there was still something meaningful ahead of them. For one person, it might be a loved one. For another, unfinished work. For another, responsibility towards someone who needed them. Meaning did not remove suffering. It gave suffering a context. This distinction is crucial. Purpose does not make pain painless. It can make pain more bearable because the person understands what they are enduring for. Chapter 4. Meaning is personal. There is no universal answer to the question, what is the meaning of life? Frankl's approach turns the question around. Instead of asking what we expect from life, we can ask, what is life asking from us now? The answer changes. At one stage, your responsibility may be raising a child. At another, completing important work. At another, caring for someone. Meaning is not necessarily grand. Sometimes it is extremely ordinary. Meaning can be found through what we create or contribute. Work, art, service, building something useful, solving a problem, helping another person. Chapter 5. Paths to Meaning. Meaning can also emerge through what we experience: beauty, nature, friendship, and especially love. Frankl viewed love as a way of recognizing another human being in their depth. And when suffering truly cannot be changed, Frankl argued that meaning may still be found in how a person bears it. If suffering can be prevented, prevent it. If injustice can be challenged, challenge it. Frankl's argument concerns unavoidable suffering, not suffering that people can reasonably escape or change. Chapter 6. Inner Freedom. External circumstances can severely restrict what a person is able to do, yet Frankl argued that some capacity for inner response may remain, not unlimited freedom, not magical control, but sometimes a small psychological space in which a person can decide what kind of human being they will try to remain. That idea would become central to his philosophy. Chapter 7. Logotherapy. Frankl developed a therapeutic approach known as logotherapy. The word comes from the Greek logos, associated here with meaning. Instead of focusing on what happened to you, logotherapy asks, what are you living toward? What responsibility remains? What future task calls you? What person needs you? What unfinished work still matters? Helping people identify meaningful responsibility beyond immediate discomfort. Chapter 8. The Existential Vacuum. Modern life can provide comfort while still leaving people asking, "What is all this for?" Frankl described this as the existential vacuum, a sense of emptiness or meaninglessness. A person may have entertainment, technology, work, and money, and still feel internally directionless, because stimulation is not the same as meaning. Being busy is not the same as having purpose, and pleasure alone cannot answer every existential question. Chapter 9. Happiness. Frankl believed happiness often works indirectly. The more desperately we demand, "I must be happy," the more we monitor ourselves for evidence that we aren't. Meaning offers another direction. Instead of constantly asking, "How do I feel?" ask, "What deserves my attention?" A person, a responsibility, a contribution. Fulfillment appears as a consequence of becoming absorbed in something beyond the self. Chapter 10. Not positive thinking. Frankl's philosophy is not just think positively. He had witnessed some of humanity's worst atrocities. Meaning is not pretending everything will work out. Meaning can exist even when everything does not work out. It says, reality may be painful. The past may be irreversible. The future may be uncertain. But there may still be something worth doing now. That is a much stronger idea than optimism. Chapter 11. Ordinary life. Most viewers will never experience anything comparable to what Frankl endured, but his psychological questions remain relevant. When a career changes unexpectedly, what responsibility remains? When a relationship ends, what can still be learned? When life feels repetitive, what deserves greater commitment? When circumstances cannot immediately change, what part of your response still belongs to you? The meaning audit. Take a blank page. Write 4 questions. Who needs me? Not who admires you, who genuinely depends on your presence, care, knowledge, or contribution. 2. What work remains unfinished? 3. What experience makes life feel worth living? Nature, family, learning, creating, serving. 4. What difficulty am I currently facing? Then ask, can it be changed? If yes, act. If no, what kind of person do I want to be while carrying it? 7-day meaning, challenge. Day 1, identify one person who needs you. Day 2, creation. Day 3, connection. Give someone your complete attention. Day 4, experience. Spend time with nature or silence. Day 5, difficulty. Day 6, future. Day 7, purpose statement. Important nuance. Meaning does not justify suffering. We should never romanticize trauma. Frankl's argument is precise. When suffering truly cannot be removed, human beings may search for meaning in how they respond to it. That distinction matters. Final message. Perhaps life will never hand you one permanent answer. Perhaps meaning changes as your responsibilities change. At 20, it's becoming someone. At 40, it's building something. Later, it's caring, teaching, creating, remembering, serving. Meaning may simply be refusing to give up. You cannot always choose what happens. You cannot erase the past. But while life continues, there may still be a person to love, a task to complete, a reason to take the next step. What is one responsibility that currently gives your life meaning? Don't ignore it. Subscribe for the next episode in our 50 Books for Personal Growth series. We explore the ideas that help us understand the lives we're trying to build